Welcome back to Love and Junk Food. I'm Laura.
I'm John.
And today we're reacting to unpopular opinions about Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, or at least those that are celebrating it.
That's right. And happy Thursday to you all.
That's right. So, today we have a little video for you. Unpopular food opinions, Thanksgiving edition.
Well, and I wrote these down on the paper, and I can tell you some might be unpopular, but not so much here. We agree with a lot of these, and some of these are just funny, and so let's get into it. So we'll be reading you a quote that we saw online about Thanksgiving and telling you if we agree or disagree, and we would love if all of you or some of you, whatever, if you would play along down in the comments. Now, you don't have to be American to enjoy this video. We're going to be talking about mostly foods that you have either had before or have seen pictures of or don't understand because you've never had it, and trust me, we don't understand some of those foods either. So we can all react together.
All right, the first opinion. I don't have anything good to say about turkey. Why did we pick the worst tasting bird for Thanksgiving? What's your opinion on that, Laura?
Agree.
You do?
Kind of.
No way. The person that said this has never had somebody cook their turkey that knows what they're doing then.
No, here's what I can tell you. So I would say agree-ish. I enjoy a good piece of turkey, and I love a cold turkey sandwich the day after, one time a year. But what does that tell you about it? I wouldn't want to eat it any more frequently than that. I would much prefer chicken.
Chicken's a lot easier to cook too, but I like turkey. I think it's pretty good. I didn't really like it like as a kid and a lot growing up, but since I started making my own turkey, love it.
Well, and your taste changes as you get older.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all right. And every time we've had Thanksgiving, I've enjoyed the turkey and I eat it. Like I said, that one time a year, but I would be okay if we didn't have it, to be honest with you, and we had chicken instead, to be honest.
I know a lot of turkey that you get from the store is already brined, but I love to brine my own turkey, another brine overnight, and then the turkey roasting bag, I think, is key. Keeps it moist and juicy and
But
delicious.
here, what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter the cooking method, and I understand, like, we know how to make a turkey, and it's always good, but it's just gamier than chicken. I just prefer chicken. I can like what I like. See, we don't have to agree.
That's right.
So we don't have to agree, but let us know your thoughts on turkey.
Okay. Next opinion. It wiggles. I can't eat anything that wiggles. What do you think this is about?
Cranberry sauce.
Cranberry. Yes.
And I would say disagree. First of all, I eat everything that wiggles. Not everything that wiggles. Wait. Edit. No. Hold on. Not everything that wiggles, but I love Jell-O, and I definitely love cranberry sauce. Never have I ever made actual cranberry sauce from scratch. I've had it. My mom has made it, but my dad always preferred the can, and so did I.
Yeah?
So, nothing wrong with it, I don't think.
You can take that from the meal and throw it in the trash. I don't really care for it. I mean, it's okay. I will eat it if it's on my plate, but if I had a choice, I probably wouldn't even put it on my plate.
So, see, we don't agree. I have to have cranberry sauce. So, okay, so let's go back. Turkey, would you say Thanksgiving dinner, turkey has to be part of the meal?
Like, okay, if we are just having Thanksgiving dinner with ourselves, I think that we have a little bit more freedom to choose what we want to eat. Okay?
Yeah.
And I don't think it has to be turkey. But if we're having like guests over and family and everything, gotta have the turkey.
We're having one Thanksgiving meal. People are here or they're not. Are we having turkey?
Yes.
Okay. And I would say we're having cranberry sauce, even if it's just me and you, because, as you know, there are cranberry sauce cans on the shelf all during the year. But it's another one of those foods that we only eat at Thanksgiving. And to tell you the truth, I eat one slice of it and I'm good. I don't need to eat it other than that. But I don't know. Tastes like tradition. Tastes like childhood. Yes to cranberry sauce for me.
You know what tastes like tradition and childhood to me? Not eating it.
There you have it. All right.
Okay, stuffing is just wet, soggy bread.
I mean, depends on who makes it. That's what I would say.
Yeah. I mean, I disagree that it's just wet, soggy bread, but do I think it has to be on the meal? Yeah, I think so. I mean, I would have a tad bit on my plate, but I don't think that I would go overboard. Laura loves stuffing. I'm just kind of, it's neither here nor there for me.
Here's what I'll tell you. Stuffing is the only part of the menu that you cannot take from me. You could take any other component, take it, but not stuffing. That's the only thing that I really look forward to about the meal that I have to have.
And the thing is, every time you say stuffing, I think about like the boxed stuffing or, you know, just like the regular old run-of-the-mill stuffing. But Laura makes this stuffing that has sausage and mushrooms in it, and that is
fresh herbs.
Yeah, that is really good. I love that better than like, of course, better than any box stuffing, but that's probably the best that I've ever had. It's hard for me, though, to consider it stuffing. It's like a meal in itself, though.
Yeah.
It's got, you know.
It has a little bit of apple for sweetness.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
And stuffing and herbs. It tastes like Thanksgiving to me. Like all the things mixed together taste like Thanksgiving. I love that stuffing. Okay, so moving along.
Brussels sprouts are the superior veggie choice. Peas, green bean casserole, and sweet potatoes can kick rocks. Was this a quote from you?
Kind of. So Brussels sprouts, they are a thing for Thanksgiving. So a lot of people do it, but I would not say if you pop your head into 100 homes on Thanksgiving, I don't know if even half of them have Brussels sprouts. Maybe like out of 100 houses, maybe like 35 to 40 would be my guess would have Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
And peas, I don't know. Yeah, take peas. I hate peas. I like raw peas and I like peas in things. I would never just have a bowl of peas. That's not it for me. And I know you all want me to try mushy peas, so I will give that a chance in the future. But for me, peas at Thanksgiving, no. What was the other one?
No.
Green bean casserole?
Yeah, green bean casserole, sweet potatoes.
Is Brussels sprouts better than peas? Yes. Is Brussels sprouts better than green bean casserole? Yes. Unless it's actual green bean casserole from scratch.
Yeah, not the canned, like...
So green bean casserole is canned green beans, mushroom soup, onion, I think, a little bit of milk, crispy fried onions on the top.
Pretty much.
It's okay for me, but I'd rather have actual green beans cooked in like olive oil with some onion and bacon. That's it for me.
I like it with like the green bean casserole, but just not the kind with the canned soup.
Yeah.
Like you can make your own like roux
with
and
actual
sauce
mushrooms.
and real mushrooms and all that stuff.
And what was the other one?
Much better.
Sweet potato?
Sweet potato.
Oh yeah. Brussels sprouts are superior to sweet potatoes, for sure.
I love Brussels sprouts. Love Brussels sprouts. So, I mean, it would not hurt my feelings whatsoever to have that on the menu.
We make, especially during the summer, which I don't know why, but we make roasted Brussels sprouts for a vegetable, like for a side dish, probably more frequently than any other vegetable other than corn.
Yeah.
I would say.
But are they the superior veggie choice to peas? Yes. A green bean casserole, I feel that like green bean casserole is a tradition for Thanksgiving, and I think that you have to have it.
It's another one of those foods you only have on Thanksgiving too,
yeah, right?
One time a year.
Yep. And then sweet potatoes, I agree. I'd rather have Brussels sprouts than sweet potatoes. For one, a lot of what we have in the United States for sweet potatoes ends up being a sweet potato casserole, which has like sugar
brown
and
sugar, marshmallows.
Marshmallows on it. No, I like sweet potato, but I would just like plain sweet potato, maybe a little butter, a little salt.
Don't give me sweet potato anything. Please and thank you.
All right, next. Who came up with the garbage known as green bean casserole? Should have been left in a shallow grave at some nameless crossroads. No.
I like it okay. It does feel like traditional Thanksgiving to have it. It's something I wouldn't want you to take from Thanksgiving for me, but do I love it? No. Do you have to have it at Thanksgiving? I say yes. In some form or fashion.
For
yes.
sure. Yeah, even if it's the canned kind, you still have to have it.
Even if I don't eat it, because I don't always, or I might have a very little bit of it just because I prefer the other things that we have. Should you have it? Yeah.
Yeah, I love that green bean casserole we've made the past couple of years in the cast iron. Oh man, it's so good. The problem is, then you have a bunch of leftovers of the green bean casserole, and it's not as good reheated.
And it's not the kind of thing, I mean, you correct me all you want, but it's not the kind of thing that I want to, I'm just speaking for myself, want to just go and eat.
Right.
Just green bean casserole. Yeah.
Pumpkin pie is pure trash.
Agree.
I disagree. It's not my favorite pie, but I think, again, traditionally, you gotta have pumpkin pie on Thanksgiving, and you gotta cover it with a ton of Cool Whip or whipped cream.
I'd rather have a bowl of Cool Whip or whipped cream,
thing.
Period. Pumpkin pie is pure trash. I agree. It smells good, but now, do I think we have to have it? Yes. If we're having anybody else over, like we were talking about, yes. Yes, you have to have it. Do I eat it? No.
That's funny. Let's see.
But do you think, you think we have to have it, don't you?
Yeah, for sure. Stovetop, that's a brand of stuffing if you're not familiar, is better than whatever stuffing you made.
Disagree.
False.
Stovetop is all right in a pinch, but at Thanksgiving, no.
Yeah.
We will have a stovetop type, and I don't know if it'll be actual stovetop brand, but we will do that for Thanksgiving because a couple people that come to Thanksgiving don't like mushrooms.
Right.
Looking at you, Bill Noble. But no, there's a couple of people that come to Thanksgiving that don't like mushrooms, so we'll make something on the stove so that they have an option.
Yeah. All right. Ham, sweet potato, anything, and deviled eggs suck.
Ham, disagree. I love ham. If we're a math equation, Laura loves ham more than John does, for sure. I love ham, and I love ham in things like breakfast, like a scramble. I love ham. Yeah. A ham sandwich. Yeah. Ham's great. What was the next thing?
Sweet potato, anything.
Yes. Agree.
And deviled eggs.
I disagree. I always make deviled eggs for Thanksgiving. My dad really loved them, so I always made them for him. My kids really love them. But I don't really eat them. I'll eat one. I'll make a dozen of them or whatever, and I might have one. If I make them and take the time to do them, I want to have one, but I can't sit and eat a ton of them. What about you?
Ham on Thanksgiving can pound sand. Turkey's where it's at, okay?
But some people have both.
Yeah, I know. Some people have both, that's for sure.
I wish we had both. Maybe that's a new tradition we should start.
If you have a turkey, that's fine to have a ham in addition to that, but you gotta at least have the turkey. Sweet potato, anything. I mean, it's okay, but I don't need it for Thanksgiving. It can go as well, and deviled eggs can go in the trash.
So, if you're getting if you're keeping score at home, we agree on, I don't think anything about what to have on Thanksgiving other than two things. I thought about this when I was making this list. We agree on stuffing. We agree on mashed potatoes. I think that's it. We'll see as we go, but I think that's it. Well, green bean casserole, we both want to have that.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Well, you might not want to eat it. Maybe a little bit.
A little bit.
Brine!
Yeah, that was the entire quote. Brine, with a lot of exclamation points. I think. I've had a brine turkey that was way too salty. But I've also had wonderful brine turkeys. I don't think you have to, but if you don't brine, you have to do a bag, or you have to baste literally every few minutes, it seems, or turkey is going to dry out, just period, point blank. So I don't think you have to brine. And I don't want anyone to feel intimidated. Like if they've never brined a turkey before, they're going to make they're going to make their first Thanksgiving turkey. You can brine, but don't feel like you have to. I don't know. I agree that brine makes a better turkey, but I think there are other ways to also get a good turkey is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, sure. There are many different techniques that you can use, but brine, of course, is the way to go. Gravy is the hero on Thanksgiving.
Agree.
Pour.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
Do you? Well, yeah. Gravy's great. Gotta
pour
make
it on
a good
everything.
Turkey gravy for sure.
Yeah. And are you that person? So here's I have to have turkey on my gravy. No.
Gravy
I have
on
to
your
gravy
turkey?
on my turkey. I want gravy on my potatoes. I put gravy on my stuffing. Like anything that'll play well with turkey. Gravy on everything.
Okay. Yeah, I think gravy is definitely good. Dripping gravy for sure.
And do you think it's the hero of Thanksgiving? I do. Gravy on Thanksgiving can save your turkey.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's, if somebody didn't brine and had a dry turkey.
You have to have gravy. That's another thing. Can we agree on that? Do we have to have gravy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see. That awkward say what you're thankful for. Let's not. Yeah.
Agree.
Do you, for Thanksgiving, sit around and say what you're thankful for? I think it's good to be thoughtful and to think about it, but I don't know that you'd have to report to everybody else what you're thankful for.
I have been at a very, very uncomfortable situation where I was it was my family and I was in a group setting, and some people, you could just see them starting to implode from anxiety. And I agree that it's good to be thankful. It's nice if it's kind of light and whatever, but if you're at a big, formal, fancy Thanksgiving and then all the air gets sucked out of the room, right? And you have a microphone, or what I mean, where all the pressure is on you and you have to say what you're thankful for, keep it short and sweet. Just, whatever it is, your friends, your family, whatever it is, keep it short and sweet. I don't love that either. I do think it's nice, and we tend to tell each other what we're thankful for or what we really enjoyed about the year.
Yeah.
We do that usually. We do that a lot, to tell you the truth. But we do think about that on all of the holidays, Thanksgiving being one of them. We don't do that in our family. I try to tell people that I'm thankful for them, but my kids would revolt.
Okay, why can't we have Thanksgiving chicken? You can. Why not? Go for it.
I agree. You have whatever you want. Just be mindful that on Thanksgiving, most people have a similar-ish menu. And so if you're going to stray from that, I always like to have options. I guess it depends on who's coming over, too.
Yeah, that's true. Like, if your dad were coming over, right?
Oh, we got to have all the classics.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No fish and spaghetti, right?
Fish
or lasagna.
Lasagna. Yeah. I've told John that story a million times. We'll say a family member. Well, they are a family member, but yes. I'm not going to name the family member. Invited my parents over for Thanksgiving dinner, and they had fish and lasagna. And while I love fish and lasagna, so did my dad. He was furious that it was not traditional Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I've never had fish and lasagna at the same time, but
I don't know that I have either. Anyway,
pecan or apple pie is greater than pumpkin pie. Slow clap.
Yes.
Pecan pie is one of my favorites. It's so good, and I agree with that statement. Apple pie, yeah, I think apple pie is greater than pumpkin pie. But
Yeah.
pumpkin pie is also traditional to Thanksgiving. So,
I think how I like to roll is, even though I don't eat pumpkin, I would make sure that there was a pumpkin pie there for people that want it, and the second pie for me would be apple. I love pecan, but I can't eat it anymore. So if we're going to do a second choice, I'm going to choose something that I can eat. So it's usually pumpkin and apple in our family.
Yeah. And, I think it's traditional to have a pie, and typically it's pumpkin pie, but you can have whatever pie you want.
Mm-hmm. But it's nice to have options, because I'll tell you who doesn't like pumpkin pie. A lot of children. Like, did you like pumpkin pie when you were a kid?
No, I didn't like it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But as I got older, like, I don't know, lower teenage years, then it was fine. But as a kid, absolutely not.
I don't like
anything
the flavor.
that had the word pie in it. Didn't like it.
I don't like the flavor. I don't like the texture. I don't like how it looks. I do love how it smells. Anyway.
Thanksgiving is the second best holiday. Valentine's Day is the worst.
I don't agree with that statement. I'm trying to think where it would rank, but I don't think it's second for me. And I also don't think Valentine's Day is the worst. I think Valentine's Day can be bad, but I love Valentine's Day with you.
Yeah. What is the worst for you then? What's the worst holiday?
Well, I'm trying to think. I don't know.
I agree with the statement. Thanksgiving is the second best holiday, and Valentine's Day is the worst.
I like New Year's better than Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
We always stay up late, but when I was a kid, I loved to stay up late, like having permission to stay up till midnight.
Yeah,
I
right.
loved that. Ever since I was a kid, it was always like little appetizers and dips and things like that. Sometimes we did like fondue and special little, foods. So my family always played games. That's been our New Year's tradition since I was little. So I like New Year's better than Thanksgiving. That's definitely, and second to Christmas. I'm trying to think of the other holidays. I don't know. Thanksgiving's maybe third for me. And then there's Easter. I think I dig Easter more than Thanksgiving too, if I'm honest.
Okay. Let's see. Mac and cheese is the only good thing at Thanksgiving.
I love mac and cheese. And sometimes I make it at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, sometimes.
We have to have something cheesy. Sometimes I do this spaghetti corn cheesy casserole that my mom would make.
And that's good.
Most of the time, though, I make that not because I love it so much. I do like it, but I just make it because it reminds me of my mom.
Yeah.
But something cheesy like that goes along well with everything else you're having on Thanksgiving. So.
Yeah, I like it when we have mac and cheese on Thanksgiving. It's not necessarily a traditional thing. It could be in your family, but is it the only good thing at Thanksgiving? I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say no too. I guess it depends on how much work we have to do. Who else is coming? What are they bringing? How much work do we actually have to do? Because mac and cheese, because we would make it from scratch, would be a whole nother thing. I do have a really good recipe that I make that is not mine. It is Paula Deen's crock pot mac and cheese. Who knows mac and cheese better than Paula Deen? I don't know who. And it's nice that it's in the crock pot and it just sits there and cooks. So sometimes I do that.
Yeah. Okay. Normalize revoking invites and having smaller gatherings over family drama. I think we appreciate that.
I think they were saying over. Yeah, they're over family drama. I think is how I understood that. I agree. I don't think you need to subject yourself to torture.
Negativity.
In the name of a holiday, I think you should do what makes you happy on a holiday every day.
Every day,
whatever.
yeah.
I think most days you end up going to work, right? We work more days than we don't. And for a lot of people, those work days are torture and miserable.
Sure.
And you work with people maybe you don't enjoy. Or do a job that maybe you don't enjoy. So when you have a day off from work and it's a holiday, I think you surround yourself with people that you love and enjoy, or / you do what it is you want to do on the holiday.
Yeah. Bottom line, peace, love, happiness. There you go.
Yes. So families change and evolve, right? Babies are born, people pass away. Maybe you always used to go to your aunt's house on a certain holiday, and now somebody else is hosting it, and the person that's hosting it you don't get along with or whatever. Like, there's always that family drama that you have to be careful with, and I would just say protect yourself. Like, do what makes you happy.
That's right. Let's see. Why do kids get to eat when the food is hot? F those kids. Oh, that's a funny quote.
That is a very funny quote. And I don't know that I agree with it, because kids, you know, the whole point of feeding kids first is, here, sit, eat, be settled, right?
Yeah.
So that then you can make your plate and enjoy it and whatever. I think serve kids first, or serve everybody at the same time.
Yeah.
I just put that in there because I thought it was funny.
That is pretty funny. Let's see. Next one. Not everyone should bring something. Not everyone can cook.
Agree.
I kind of disagree with that statement a little bit about not everyone can cook.
Right.
You don't have to cook something. You can bring, something to drink, or you can bring some rolls from, the store.
Or ice, or
a pumpkin pie, or, whatever.
I agree. Everybody should bring something. And if you have people that are either very young, or, just starting out, where money is a concern, or they don't cook, can't cook, whatever the situation is, or an older person maybe that isn't going to cook, doesn't have much money, whatever the situation is, it is nice when other people contribute, so that it's not all put on one person, but, just take into consideration their situation, I would say.
Right. Yeah.
And it's nice to have those conversations. The other thing you can do in your house is decide and delegate, well, you're not going to bring anything, but you are going to help clean up. Or, you can kind of delegate. Let us know in the comments. I'm so curious, when you get together for a holiday. I know one year we drew names, and that was really fun. But that was born out of people not bringing things,
right,
and going and sitting in the other room while the same people that cleaned the house to get ready, that purchased all of the food, made all of the food, served all of the food, then we're cleaning up.
Yeah.
And so the next year we drew names for chores, and that was really nice too. Let us know how you handle that in your family. I'm so curious. Okay?
Christmas food is better.
Agree.
I don't know. I disagree, I guess. What's Christmas food?
Well,
a lot of times people make another turkey, or they have a ham or a roast or something like that. But
yes, that was my life for as long as my dad was here. We would have Thanksgiving take 2 back on Christmas, and I am not down for that. I want to have different things. First of all, pumpkin pie, no. We're having a chocolate cake, or a nice pastry, or something really. I feel like Christmas is fancy dessert time, right?
Oh, sure, for sure.
I like to have ham on Christmas, or a nice roast.
Yeah.
Like a piece of beef on Christmas.
Yeah, we did braised short ribs before, and mushroom risotto, and that was, it was just the two of us, but that was amazing.
That was my favorite Christmas meal, I think, ever. But yeah, something decadent for dessert. Mashed potatoes probably at both meals. A different protein. I don't think we do stuffing again. I don't repeat anything from, except for mashed potatoes for Christmas. And if I had to pick one of those 2 meals, I do think Christmas is better, and the reason is, I feel Thanksgiving, the whole menu is laid out. You have this, you have this, you have this, and half of it, as we've discussed in this video, I don't like, or you don't like, but you have it because it's tradition. On Christmas, you're picking your favorites.
True.
So, yes, I agree.
I don't know that I agree. I somewhat agree. Because, the Thanksgiving meal is this grand, big meal, and a lot of times for Christmas you still have like really good stuff, or fancier stuff, or whatever, but it's not, I don't know, maybe I'm just talking out my, what. Anyways.
I can't believe it.
Let's see, next, get your lazy butt off the couch and help. Agreed.
Agree. There's a million things to do for Thanksgiving, and gosh, don't you miss your mom? Like, just in general, I know you do. I do too. But don't you miss, like, being the kid that gets to go to the parents' house before your innocence was lost and you didn't know all that went into Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
Like all the preparation, all of the cost, all of that. My mom never complained about it, of course. And I'm sure your mom probably never did either. But I mean, I was a kid watching the parade, doing my own thing, and I didn't have any idea what went into Thanksgiving, and I kind of missed that.
Innocence.
Innocence. Yes.
For sure.
Yes. But yes, if you are going to somebody else's house, get off your butt and help. You should take your dishes to the sink. You can call ahead of time and ask what you can bring, what you can do. Do you need me to come early? Whatever. If you can't cook, things are taken care of. Watch the little kids in the other room or entertain grandma, whatever.
Yeah, obviously there's maybe not everybody because, you can leave the matriarch and patriarch of the family can rest,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's us now.
Hey. Well.
It depends on who's at the table, right?
That's right. So, let's see. Football on Thanksgiving, the parade is lame. I like the parade.
I like football and the parade.
Yeah, both.
Both, I would say, too.
Me too.
I have to have the parade on. There's something about those noises, and I've said this before, I was always a little kid in the other room watching the parade. My mom is in the kitchen doing everything by herself, and I'm like, Mom, come in, you're gonna miss Snoopy, or you're gonna miss Santa, or whatever it is, and she's like, okay, like hollering from the kitchen. I love the parade. Now when I watch it, right? It's on, I'm doing a million other things, but I like the sound of it.
Yeah, except a couple of years ago, I remember cooking Thanksgiving, like working in the kitchen. We had the parade on the TV, and Laura kept popping back in, hey, Charlie Brown's coming down the road. Or no, Snoopy.
Yeah, well, those balloons and stuff, it's cool to see which ones, like some of those balloons are we're 50 years old. Some of those balloons are the same ones as when we were kids, right? That's kind of cool to see those again.
That is pretty cool. Okay, last one. Who decided anything in the vegetable family should be a dessert? And this quote is from Laura.
Yeah, who said that? Let's take a sweet potato or a pumpkin and turn it into a dessert. That's not dessert. Give me chocolate, give me vanilla, give me caramel, give me a fruit even. Yeah, I'm not down with any of that stuff. I've tried and I gave up.
Let's see. Vegetable family. Yeah, you typically don't want a vegetable for dessert, but they did make one out of sweet potatoes and sweet potato pie and pumpkin pie. So
trash and trash.
Which are both very similar, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Trash and trash, in my opinion.
All right. So, okay, we talked about these, what do you call them?
Unpopular
food decisions, or whatever they are. What do you have to have for your Thanksgiving meal? What would be your ideal plate?
Well, ideal. So I can have anything?
Yeah.
Not at this house or on this planet. I'm just deciding. A perfect Thanksgiving meal to me would be ham is the protein.
Okay.
Stuffing, mashed potatoes, something cheesy like we talked about. Probably Brussels sprouts cooked with bacon and onion and probably balsamic, like that whole situation.
Okay.
A roll of some sort. Cheese and crackers for an appetizer. And then pie with hot apple pie with ice cream.
Okay. My plate typically would have turkey, a tiny little bit of stuffing on it, mashed potatoes, corn, a roll, green bean casserole, and that's pretty much it, I think.
Well, good thing you'll be able to live out that.
Oh yeah,
on actual Thanksgiving, we're having all of your favorites.
Yay!
Everything you just mentioned. So you'll be happy at the end of Thanksgiving.
Well, we can always get a ham too.
Yeah. But anyway, we will post pictures of what we actually had on Thanksgiving, or maybe it's up already. Thank you for hanging out with us. I am certainly thankful for you.
Aw, I'm thankful for you too.
And I am very thankful for our little kitty cat.
Yes.
And our family and our home. And I'm thankful for all of you, for sure. We've
Absolutely
survived another year. Now remember, around this time last year, we started getting into the holiday groove. It was time for all things Advent, and we did a lot of holiday videos. We have a lot in store for you this year. I hope we can accomplish it all. We're going to be very, very, very busy people.
Oh yeah.
From here until New Year's. So we've, pesky work. We're trying to really do a lot of things on YouTube as well. So we do appreciate all of your love and support. Go back and watch a couple of videos you haven't seen before. We tend to put a playlist down in the comments. Speaking of the comments, that's where you can subscribe to our channel along with the other channels that we have.
Yeah.
Make sure you come find us on social media if you haven't already. We'd love to have you join us on Instagram. It's where we're the most active. Now, if you love talking about unpopular opinions or Thanksgiving or being thankful, because that can be anywhere,
Yeah.
but anytime, anybody.
Right.
Or us.
Or the video.
Give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps our channel when you do that. That's all we have for today.
That's it, guys.
See you next time.
Bye.